Hey, it's John Bohlinger with Premier Guitar. We are a few hours before the gig with Slightly Stoopid. I got Miles Doughty here with me. Miles, thanks, man, for joining us.
Hey, thanks a lot for having me.
So, tell me about this. This looks like your number one.
Yeah, this is kind of my baby right here. This is my, it's like a custom-made yellow body and everything. I put a regular Fender neck on it, but my buddy back home in San Diego makes these things called naked guitars, and he'll get like relics of like Strat bodies and stuff and rework them and make them. And
cool.
And I like to use my JB58 in the bridge, and then I use sometimes the same. Sometimes I'll use the slash pickup in the neck.
Oh yeah.
Just because it has a really nice tone, and I use it on a lot of the Strats that I have, and it really just has a great feel. And the Strats, to me, they're very roadworthy. You can kind of beat the crap out of them.
Yeah, which clearly you do.
Yeah, and that's what's fun is like they really take a beating from altitudes. Sometimes we'll throw them to our guitar tech from across the stage, and they just, they're good, well-rounded guitars.
Right,
so.
And now this is a fly date for you guys, so you're not carrying like your whole arsenal.
Yeah, we don't have when we do like small runs like this, we'll backline all the stuff and just bring a couple of our guitars, a couple of our basses. It's just easier. It's too hard to, especially when we're starting on the East Coast to send all of our gear out. So.
Yeah. Now, is it a 5-way switch with that, or like a 3-way?
No, I do 3-way toggle, just because it's that way. You kind of get in the middle, you get that buttery like chicken plucker sound like you usually get with a Strat, and then if you go to it gets thicker and nice and bright when you go from bridge to neck, and I think it's kind of gives it. A lot of times we don't need the 5-way toggle. That's more for like the single coil pickups. You don't need it once you go humbuckers. So I'm happy like this.
Very cool. And what gauge strings do you run on that?
1152s.
Oh man, that's a man set, right?
Well, we went down. We've always used 1252s on electric.
Are you tuned down to?
No. It's just that we play kind of heavy, so it was to avoid kind of going out of tune more, just getting a heavier string and just letting it ride. And now it's honestly it's kind of nice going down to 11s. It feels like they're like, whoa. These are kind of light, so.
Yeah, it's like having the bat with all those donuts on it.
Yeah, dude, you take it off, and so it's been great. I mean, we've been blessed to just do what we do. We've been, been touring for 20 years, and so
isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's insane, and to be in the same band since I was in high school, and me and Kyle, we started the band at 16 years old, and we grew up lifelong friends since we were like 2 years old. We lived across the street from each other and everything, so it was really cool. It's kind of like brothers from other mothers, and,
and it's so cool the way you guys switch back and forth between bass and guitar. Like, who decides? Like, do you say, I want to play bass on that one?
Well, a lot of times it's like if you're writing something that you want to sing, you're going to play guitar on it. It's easier to do, you know what I mean? Just to play a guitar. And that's kind of how it works. Like when he's singing, he'll play guitar. When I'm singing, I'll play guitar, and vice versa. We'll just switch back. And honestly, it's just a lot of fun, man. When you get to switch back, no one does that. So we're kind of the band that, in the middle of the show, like 4 or 5 times, we're going back and forth. And to us, it's cool, and I think it's fun for the fans, too.
Yeah, it is. It's very cool. That's great. And you guys, so whose guitar, you guys play the same guitars and basses, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So technically, whose instruments are they?
They're ours. They're just family guitars. We have a studio back home where we have endless amounts of guitars to play, and it's just whatever feels good. Every tour is different. This is kind of I always like to have this guitar out there because it's kind of a go-to guitar. It always works no matter what. So this is kind of one of those. But we have a lot that we like, and it all just depends on the mood and the feel. And obviously, if you take all your gear on the road, I can take my arsenal and then have whatever you want. So.
Yeah, that's cool, man. So that's number one, and then number two.
Yeah, number two. It's basically
let me roadie for you.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's basically the same. It's got the same feel. The guys from Fender hooked us up pretty nice, and it has a lot of the same. Let me see if the pack's on. Pack is off on this one, but see it? Still has the same tone, so that's kind of the key is getting the same kind of feel. And obviously with woods, no guitar sounds the same.
Yeah.
But certain things we like, and we even use some other ones. Hey, Tech, bring me the other guitar, that wooden one. The Kiesel one. Kiesel's started hooking us up this week with these killer guitars that dude, this thing sounds amazing and it looks crazy. Like the
that's great.
little headless stock right there.
Oh wow, I bet that. Wow, man.
It's pretty rad, dude.
I bet that takes some getting used to.
It does. Like I just started playing it this week, and it was weird going on stage the other day, and that was kind of really the first time I played it because Kyle picked it out. Yeah. And I was like, whoa, but it's so light, and it makes you feel like you're a giant when you're playing it.
Yeah, so. Right. And actually, I bet it's similar tones the way you're getting.
It actually sounds great, and the bass that they make is incredible. Like I'll plug the bass in a minute, and you'll hear it. It's absolutely amazing.
Awesome. So. And what's the? How do you pronounce this again?
Kiesel.
Kiesel.
Yeah, and what it was is they branched off. They were like the guys from Carvin.
Oh yeah,
they had you know how Carvin has like amps and the guitars. Right. Well, they didn't. They kind of want to just make guitars for one side and amps on the other, and the guy. He'll make this, pretty much any kind of guitar you want, which is cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it's pretty bitchin'. And it's a trip though when you don't have your headstock on there. You think you're playing in the wrong spot, like you're going to grab it, and you're like, whoa. So it's pretty fun.
Yeah, there'd be a definite learning curve on that. That's very cool. So basically, in fly dates, keeping it lean and mean with like 3 guitars that you guys split between you.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then the amp rig. Let's talk about this.
Okay. Basically, I've always been using Mesa for a long time. I love it when you have like a Lone Star combo. It's good for like the reggae stuff and like the bluesy rhythms and whatnot. I like to use my cabinet if we're playing like some rock steady ska or we're playing some punk rock or rock and roll. Because the distortion on the dual rectifier head is ridiculous. It's pretty nuts.
So Lone Star, and then you've got a dual rectifier powering that one.
Yep. And that's what I always use. I've used a dual rectifier for probably 10 plus years maybe.
Oh, cool.
And I really love it. And the Lone Star, between the Lone Star and the Fender Twin, that's kind of the go-to. Fender Twin has more of a real bite, compared to the Lone Star is more warm. This has a nice bite to it. So it all depends on what you want to cut across. Sometimes, for certain reggae songs, this is great because it really does cut across. And I find myself, I do use this a lot for like the blues songs and stuff just because it really has that nice warm tone. And, and it's got a good feel. And the guys at Mesa take good care of us. So
that's great.
I've been with them a long time.
So do you use multiple amps at the same time or just switch between one at a time?
Yeah, just between one at a time. That way it has its distinctive tone. But obviously you could actually do multiple amps at the same time, which creates a fucking wall of madness. What I mean?
That would get loud.
Yeah, it gets nuts. And I actually just started yesterday going on in-ears, and I've never done it before.
Oh, really?
So
Because have always been wedge guys.
Yeah. Look at our wedges, bro.
Oh my God.
We don't do front. These are for the opening band in the front. We don't use front wedges. We only use side fills. Oh. That's like a small PA right there.
Seriously, I've played gigs with smaller PAs than that.
Yeah, I mean, so it's fun to have that, and it kind of lets us, you get when you hear the bass come through, you're like, holy shit, it's really ripping through. So
that's great.
It's fun.
I bet it gets pretty loud when you're in full flight, all of you.
Oh yeah. We have a very loud stage volume, and that's why honestly I'm trying to make the change over to in-ears just to save my head. You know what I mean?
Right. 20 years of that.
Yeah, so but I mean, like I said, if music feels great loud,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean? That's when you're a musician. It's like there's nothing like standing behind your rig and you can feel the weight just jamming behind you, and that's the idea, especially on bass. Like I like to stand either right in front of the bass cabinet or right in front of the kick drum because the flow of the bass hits right the center of the stage as far as once the side fills absorb. So
and there's something about like particularly when you're playing with a band in like a you don't really it might go anywhere in an improv kind of setting. Being able to hear each other and be connected like that, that's great, man.
No, it's awesome, man. We're definitely blessed, and we've had the same crew and the same guys in the band for so long. It's like a family vibe, so it makes it special out here.
That's great, man. Hey, let's look at your pedal board.
Yeah, of course. We kind of always start with the wah-wah pedal, just because it lets it feed a little better.
And what is it? Is that the Bad Horsey?
Yeah, I like the Morley Bad Horsey, and the reason we use it is because a lot of the wah-wahs you have to click in and out, to go in and out. And we're the kind of band, I mean, we party when we play.
Yeah, sure.
And we try to keep it simple as far as like the setup and what, and this kind of wah-wah lets you just kind of step up and I'm like, I'm in like, I can get in there and step on it and it's all good. Yeah. Where like the other one, you gotta snap in and now I'm like, now I can do my thing. But it's nice just to be able to step in and we kind of have it spaghetti wired just out of feel. Just because you want to like run reverbs behind all the delays and stuff, otherwise it'll start making crazy noises once you hit distortions. Like if I were to put my reverb the opposite way of these distortions, it would literally it would howl. It wouldn't have the right kind of tone. You know what I mean? It would be weird. And what's cool about like even like using different delays, like for things just like if you just want like a simple lick, like Just gives it a little something better than just going.
Yeah.
Just gives it a little flair. A little butter, and I use this little Ibanez tube screamer. It's not like the original one, just because it kind of breaks. The original one has a tiny little button in the center.
Right.
The vintage one. It's kind of a.
Oh yeah.
We stomp, and it's just, this one works great. It's like $100 pedal.
Yeah.
And it sounds good. You know, I mean, you can just sit here and go. It has a nice warm tone, and then when you want a little extra toast, it's just a little boost pedal at the end, just to kind of give it that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the pedal board's super simple, nothing too crazy. When you're doing the reggae stuff, I'll slap on a little super phaser, get your wah-wah in there, and be like. Gives it that nice little cut across crisp once you add the phaser to it.
That's a cool combination. Yeah, to run the two together. That's great. So are you basically running wah-wah to the OCD?
Yeah, it's going like wah-wah through the, well, tuner's always on the outside.
Yeah.
Then the wah-wah, then it wraps into here, then through here, all the way down into this guy.
Oh, cool. Cool. So. And a Voodoo Labs pedal power is putting the juice in it.
Yeah, I always, the Voodoo Lab's always key, man.
Oh, yeah, they're like bulletproof. That's
and
great.
The little pedal train that you can get them at Guitar Center, they're like $100.
Yeah.
For like the everyday touring musician. I mean, you can get the killer, you know, they have some ridiculous pedal boards you can buy for a couple $1,000 bucks. But for the everyday musician and the grind of tour, pedal train is like the easy way to go.
Yeah, because everything is going to break eventually.
Yeah. So, I mean, dude, we go through so many pedals on the road just because we're sitting here, we're stomping, you're like, you know, and excitement of the show, and that's how it rolls.
In the heat of battle, man.
That's right, man.
Yeah. So, and that over there switches between the 3 amps.
No, my guitar tech actually switches between the amps while I'm playing. This is just my different distortion channels for the Mesa.
Oh, okay, got it.
So it's like clean, kind of like a bluesy distortion, then the full throttle.
Oh, okay, I got it. And so you've got him making your changes.
Yeah, he changes while we play. That way, you know, if you just look over, like, he knows like when I want the Fender, he'll hit the Fender. He knows when I want that one. Yeah. Just
so you got like signals.
Yeah, like the control tower is always off the stage, so people don't have to look at it. You know?
Oh, that's great. That's great,
a lot
man.
of fun.
Yeah, it's kind of like the catcher and the pitcher. You got the signals.
Yeah, give him a nod, and he's like, bing, hits a button, and it's all good.
That's great, man. Hey, well, let's look at your bass right now.
Yeah.
All right, Miles. So this is the bass.
Yeah, this is the new company is taking care of us on basses now. Kiesel out of San Diego. And this is our first tour with it.
Oh, really? Great.
We've been playing Fender basses forever and Lakeland basses.
Yeah.
And these guys in San Diego reached out to us, and we went and tried them out before the tour.
Right?
Yeah, hometown, and they're actually amazing. I mean, it has a lot of thunder. Like just a nice warm tone and just a good feel, good wood, and it's active pickups in here, and
like a skinny neck.
Yeah,
it's
nice and thin. It kind of feels like a guitar neck almost, you know, nice and tight.
Yeah, that works great for you guys switching back and forth like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have the Mark bass rig that it's got a lot of oomph on it, and you know, not tons of people use these a lot, you know, which is awesome, and they just you get the nice low end from the 15, you know, the highs and the mids from your 410s, and these things have a lot of power, man. It's like a 1200 watt head,
and no pedals, just straight in.
Just straight in.
It's great, man.
Sometimes on the rock stuff, we've tried some pedals a few times, but for us it just ends up being more simple, doing it like this. So you know, we prefer it.
And it's so much fun to just switch it up like that, man. Never boring.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun, and like I said, you're playing music with your best friends, and you're getting to work with people that come from your town and everything, and even just spreading the word of that. So it's really cool, you know. And I always just like to say we're blessed to do what we do. And, you know, it's been amazing that I've been in this band since 1993.
Oh, that's great.
And it's like me and Kyle, we've been best friends our whole life, and it's like, you know, getting to do this together is pretty incredible.
It's gonna be cool to see what the next 20 years does.
Hey, you know, that's all you can, that's all you can hope for.
Yeah. No plan B. Just keep it going.
No, there's no plan B, bro. There's no plan B. Not at this point.
Right. Hey, man, congratulations.
Hey, thank you so much.
Have fun on the never-ending tour.
Hey, of course.
And thanks for stopping by, PG. This is John Bolger. Till next time.
Don't forget to sign up for PG Perks, your all-access pass to exclusive gear giveaways and discounts on PremierGuitar.com.